Greetings fellow juniors, I'm Chevalier and I bid you welcome to the initial situation of Byzantium and its guide to its expansion and survival against the Ottomans. This video was made at the request of the anonymous 25. He commented on a video and asked for initial situation of Byzantium, and I put it in a slot and I did it. I try to do as many recommendations as possible, so do not shy from recommending stuff for me. Okay, now let's go into the expansion of Byzantium and strategies. This is a save, of course, of the stats and situations from the initial situation from the first part. Sorry. Now, let's go into a couple of strategies. Well, a simple one would be just to ally these guys. Ally Hungary, either Wallachia, Serbia as well. It's possible for you to ally Serbia, as you see the one lands for the Ottomans. Ally Albania. Again, it's possible for you to do lots of this stuff here to get more troops. Now, the Ottomans have about 26,000 troops. If I look at the Ottomans right now, you'll see that they have... No, they changed it, it's not with T anymore, just with O. My bad. Beforehand, there was with the Ottomans, not they're just the Ottomans. So 24,000 troops, with 13,000 here and the rest here. Now, if you want to go for some decent stuff, for the more standard stuff, an alliance with Hungary, and to safeguard your flank, and an alliance with Serbia. This will allow you to safeguard your stuff. They're not rivaling each other, right? No, they're not rivaling each other, so it's doable. You can actually save yourself from being attacked. You're gonna be a target for the later game. You can actually hold them off for the time being, and hopefully get them in their time of weakness. Now, this is, I would say, for the medium level guys. I still do not recommend it. Simply because it's gonna take a while until the Ottomans get into a weak position. They'll have to fight the Mamluks, for example, or Kara, and it's gonna delay you to some degree, which is not recommended. This is a more of a defensive stuff, more of a defensive alliances. It allows you to survive to some degree. This can be done as well with Poland instead of Hungary. They are quite close in the alliances, so -21 and -23. It can be done either way. I recommend going for Poland rather than Hungary, simply because they're gonna have more troops, and it's gonna allow you to support you more when you want to fight off the Ottomans. Now, the more risk strategy, and the one that I like to do, is using Skanderberg. Skanderberg is the Albanian leader, and he's a 550 basically, which is a huge general, and together with using the terrain here is gonna allow you, and my chair really sucks, sorry, it's squeaking all the way, I have to use some oil on it, but yeah, using the terrain here, it's really gonna help you fight the Ottomans. Basically, you're gonna build up your max force limit according to the guide, move your troops here, send them to Athens, leave one guy here and have him attached to one of your infantry, and have him in Athens so that your vassal can attach to him. Then send the guys over to Epirus, the rest of these guys to Epirus, so that the army from Skanderberg will join him in Epirus, and you're gonna have a huge stack. Then you're gonna try to use the army, one of the armies, basically the army that doesn't have Skanderberg, as a bait for the Ottomans to attack, and hopefully with the bonuses from the mountains and the bonuses from the Skanderberg, you're gonna be able to squash the Ottoman armies. Basically, squash the first stack of the Ottoman armies. Then slowly you're gonna repeat this, rinse and repeat for quite a while until you can finish the war, take Macedonia, take Adern, and take some of your cores back. Recommendation is to just take the capital and split them in half, simply because it's gonna allow them to be more weakened against the rest of these guys here, and more weakened against you as well. For the war goal should be Epirus, because you can actually take this land first and you have a core on it. So the war goal should be Epirus, so you can actually get more war score there. Now, Hungary will join you in the attack as well, and you're gonna get their armies as well, and they have a pretty good leader as well, if I say so myself. Iancu de Hunedoara is in Romanian, so Janus Hondi, I think, in Hungarian. He was a Romanian general, I guess, from Transylvania, which became the king of Hungary at some point, or the region of Hungary, even the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, I think. I really can't remember my history, but yeah, that should be done. Sorry, ranting on about something else. Let's look at the best leader in the world, and we have Scannenberg. Oh shit! What the fuck, man? Really? And we have Janus Hondi. Sorry, that's really huge, man. So you have Janus Hondi with 444, which is really good general as well. Man, these guys are really lucky, man. Like, oh, the 6 fire. Sorry, overall. Yeah, overall, yeah, it's good. My bad. I was not there on track. So we have Skanderberg, then we have Janus Hondi, which is a 4441, and Skanderberg is a 555, which is really gonna help you. Hungary is gonna join you, so you're gonna have their troops as well. About let's go actually for here. It's quite faster. 18,000 troops. So squashing the Ottomans should be easy. Tag biz. Squashing the Ottomans should be. Oh shit. My bad. Let's actually stop. So squashing the Ottomans should be done quite easily. You will outnumber them if Hungary joins. Just give them Vidin. Just give them Vidin, for example, and they're gonna be happy. Try not to give anything to Albania, or just give them Skopje, because you don't have a coronet. That will prompt the attack from Serbia against Albania, and then you're gonna actually break your alliance with Albania as well if you're in the war. Now, this should be somewhat easy if Hungary joins as well. Sometimes Wallachia will not rival Hungary, and they can be allied as well. And you can bring in Wallachia as well because they want some of those lands, and you can give them Silesia, for example, or give them nothing. It's up to you how you want to pull it off. Although remember that giving them nothing will lower your trust with them, and also if you give anybody, you don't give anything to anybody, it's gonna get you a modifier that is not gonna allow anybody to join your wars, I think, or even ally you. No, just join your wars, not ally you. You're gonna still be able to get alliances, but nobody's gonna join you in offensive wars, just defensive wars. But yeah, Serbia and Albania will never get along, so there's no use to talk about this strategy here. Now, let's say that you have done this. Remember, you have to be really careful with using the lands here for the defensive modifier, and have, of course, fighting defensive wars, and just, for example, wasting the manpower from Hungary, which is gonna help you fight the Ottomans. This should be done quite easily, and the more time passes, the more the chances rise that somebody is gonna attack the Ottomans from this side here. Now, if by all accounts, for example, the Ottomans get really screwed and get lowered, get their what's it called? Their land shrunk, I recommend vassalizing them and start using them as a vassal. It is really gonna help you. Now, as for more vassalization targets, Karaman, so basically these guys here that have the Kamarali traditions, or what is this, the Kandari traditions here. As you can see, they have the core creation minus 20%, so they are a suitable target for vassalization as well. The Ottomans don't have the millets, but they have the Torres of the Hiddens and discipline plus 5%. So if you want to switch them from the Sunni to the Orthodox, it's gonna be quite good, especially if this guy is still alive and you vassalize them with that guy in charge. The amount of point generation is really gonna help you, and it's gonna allow you to core faster, basically, especially if he gets the millets as well. So my recommendation is to at some point have the Ottomans as a vassal. it's my dear recommendation because they are quite useful. They are indeed quite useful, especially if you want to switch them to Orthodox or Catholic. It's your choice, however you want to go at it. Now, let's say that you have conquered this. In my opinion, should be a medium level conquering. If Hungary joins, you should be decently easy. They don't have that many armies like in the previous patches. After taking your course back, you should break your alliance with Albania and keep your alliance with Hungary. If Hungary gets a PU with Austria, it's no use for you. Or they have an alliance with Austria, just keep it until the point when you don't want to take the alliance, kill the royal marriage, or don't have a royal marriage with Hungary. It's not going to be that useful. Later on, you'll want to switch to Poland because he is more reliable to some degree. Now, at this point, I would say that if you declare war in 1445, I would say once you get the alliances, you should probably end the war in 5 years, something like that, and you should have your course back, I would say, if you are good enough. Although this might require some restarts, just so that you have the perfect situation. Although you can go at it with just having the what's it called? The status quo, basically. Whatever you get, it's still doable. There's nothing that can hurt you. Although Hungary has to rival the Ottomans, I would say, so that they will actually join you in an alliance, which will be really distant. Now, after you have taken this, go according to the missions because they're gonna give you some more decent stuff as well. But avenues of expansion are this: the Balkans, Serbia, more of the Ottomans here in Bulgaria, for example. A vassal is recommended, so you can actually vassal feed these guys here. So vassal is recommended. Then, for example, Wallachia. Although Wallachia, remember, has the core increase cost minus 50%, so it's not useful as a vassal. So you can just vassal feed them to somebody, but don't vassal them yourself, because they're not a decent target for vassalization, as the Ottomans found out in real life. I tell you that because I'm a Romanian and I live where is it? Around this place here, around that O. Now, Serbia, Bosnia is easy targets for conquest. Slowly build claims and attack them. Pretty standard stuff. Albania is the same way. Now, once you have grown to some degree, my recommendation is to ally Austria as well and attack Venice, or ally somebody that wants to kill Venice and start taking lands from Venice as well. And taking Crete back, taking the islands back, then moving into Naples. It's gonna just turn into Ottoman campaign, to be honest, moving west and east and taking land. So let's actually start a little bit. So the Balkans are your main focus, then the Ottomans, then these guys here are also on your focus. Karaman is a decent focus as well. You can take Karaman just by getting some easy claims on them as well. You cannot rival them. Oh, you can actually rival them. Oh yeah, the time passed, that's why. So you can actually rival Karaman as well. So they're a decent target for attack as well. So yeah, Karaman, Kandar, Karaman, Ramazan, Dulkadir. You'll have to take Cyprus first though, to actually fabricate claims on them, or just take a straight land bridge to them to actually be able to attack them. Again, quite decent stuff, quite simple stuff. Move on left and right, just like the Ottomans, moving from one side to another, and making sure that you don't get that much aggressive expansion. So let's recap. For the next 50 years until 1450, from till the 1500s, you should take all of the Balkans. You'd have about 3 wars with the Ottomans. The Ottomans should be really dead. In every war you should take quite a big chunk of their land, to the point where they're gonna have just some land here, and that's only if these guys didn't actually rape them that much. But yeah, and you didn't kill them yourself, for example. And Kandar should be yours. Then you should move into these lands here as well. Then start making your way into the hordes and into Muscovy and Kazan, etc. Crimea, Genoa, once they lose they stop being part of the HRE as well. Genoa should be taken as well. But yeah, go for the smaller targets, small targets depending on the opportunity, and kill them. Next, one of your bigger targets should be Aragon as well. Whenever they are weakened, if you have a big fleet, you should ally one of the rivals and declare war on Aragon. Perhaps Castile is gonna serve you in that point. Austria as well is gonna serve you well, as I can see here. Burgundy for some reason rival Aragon. Again, it's doable, killing them and making sure they lose their PU over Naples quite fast. Although, as you can see, this should happen in, let's say, 10 years. Actually more than 10 years, let's say 15 years until this guy dies. They should have lower prestige, so they'll lose the PU over Naples. Then you can conquer Naples as well, then move into Aragon, etc, etc. You should have a vassal here in Sicily, for example, or vassal in Naples. It's quite hard to have a vassal in Naples though. You'll have to feed him to somebody else, which is quite annoying to do. Past this point, should be honest, should be in the late game, I would say. Taking your lands back and taking these minor guys in the Balkans should be part of your early game. Same goes for taking Kandar and moving here to some degree. Then expanding into these parts here should be part of the mid game. Like, there's nothing much to say. And expanding into a new war, for example, should be in the late game. Past your third idea. Although we'll talk about expanding into a new world, right? How you should do it later, a little bit later. Now, about for this side here, taking away Kara should be quite easily done. They usually get wrecked by the Timurids or the Mamelukes. Now the problem is, with no Ottomans, the Mamelukes are gonna grow and they're gonna become your biggest threat, so taking them is gonna be quite difficult. Although you're gonna have the ship's priority, and an alliance with somebody else is doable, so if you can ally Kara or ally Mamelukes and kill Kara, or ally Kara to kill the Mamelukes, whatever floats your boat if it's possible. For the vassal, if you want to go for a vassal, Syria is a good vassal, and a good vassal here is Persia here. It's gonna help you take lands from Timurids as well, so Persia is a good vassal as well. Yeah, there's nothing much to say here. It's pretty much the Ottoman standard stuff, I would say. Once you've taken it, it's a bit more difficult, and you're gonna become the Ottomans later on. But after that point, it just should be the Ottoman expansion, expanding just like the Ottomans left and right like a madman. Just nothing much to say about this. Now, let's talk about the taking the exploration ideas, and if this is not doable, but yeah, if it's doable basically, and decent way to go for it. First, you'll most likely have to take admin ideas or a military idea, simply because you don't want to waste points, don't want to take a military idea slot, diplomatic idea slot. Then attacking Naples. It's quite tricky, right? Attacking Naples with the help of some of these guys and taking some of these islands. This can only be done if you have help from somebody's navy. Like, you need to help. You need to have navy help. So Venice is a good. It's a good target for an alliance as well, because they'll have a decent amount of naval superiority. And a good target is Castile as well. So ally Venice or Castile and attack Aragon, whatever is possible. This is minus 98, which is going to be quite difficult, and Venice is at minus 48. If you get a rival on Aragon, for example, and you get some more troops and some more ships, it's doable to get an alliance with Venice and Castile. Then attacking these guys and taking Malta. And whatever you can actually take from them, for example, if we go for the... No, it's not here. Man, I always forget where that fucking thing is. Rebels, players, economic, trade. Should be here in geographical, but sure, why not? So Malta is at 85. Caligari is at 119, and the Balerias are at 172. If you have the third idea from diplomatic, if you want to go for exploration first and you have the third idea, you're gonna get more points. That will be, you're gonna get to 240, which is gonna allow you to take Almeria from Granada, basically. But yeah, declare war on Aragon and take lands from Aragon. Then declare war on Tunis. They usually ally Granada and take lands from Granada as well, and I don't hop here. Then declare war on Portugal and take lands from Portugal. Remember that Portugal is gonna ally Castile, so you're gonna have to hold Castile in another war against Aragon, so they won't join. So that Castile will join Portugal in their own war. Then you declare war on Portugal and take these lands here and move to the New World. Like standard stuff, just island hopping, just standard island hopping. It's difficult, but it's doable. Again, if you want to focus on the New World, focus on the Genoa trade node as well, because you'll need it. You have to have it for yourself. You're gonna have to fight France. It's difficult, but it's a good goal for if you want to go for it for one of these campaigns. You know, I want to play Byzantium and I want to just go colonize like a madman. I mean, it's up to you if you want to do it or not. Other options on the ideas, as I said, military idea first, whatever you choose. And if you want to build a tall empire, trade and economic ideas are going to help you heavily. But yeah, there's pretty much nothing more to say. The first battles are important here when you use the scanner burst strategy. They're quite important. Try to use the terrain as much as possible to your advantage and bait them in. Right? They'll slowly take forts back. You might not be able to move onto this and here. If you can move there, Godspeed and good luck, and take some more war score, but it might not be possible. And remember, your war goal target should be a Paris, because you're gonna be able to hold a Paris, always gonna be able to hold a Paris. But yeah, I'm Chevalier, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, consider subscribing, liking, or give me a recommendation. As you can see, I take the recommendations and try to do the videos on those as well. Then again, I bid you farewell, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.